Where are the others? The rest of the circle?
Vashni and the others. They are lost. Only you remain. I thought I could find you, or Nevan, but what claims the mare overtook me, clouded my vision with shadows and blood, trapped me in this form. Do not return to the mare, Eleni. Do not, or you shall fall to its corruption, as I did.
Kaelil, he's dead. It was he that caused such unrest here, and why the animals attacked us. I don't know. I've been away from the circle for some time. Kaelil and I were part of the circle of Merdelain, the Mare of Dead Men. If Vashni is lost, and Nevan is lost, I have been away too long. But this would explain why I could not feel the circle any longer. And as for the land... But we should press on. I promise to lead you to High Cliff and to safety. And so far this path has proved longer than I wished. Farewell, Kaelil. May you rest, and may the glade become peaceful again. Bonaparte!
Take that!
For Merdelain, and all within it!
Take that!
Bonaparte!
Take that!
Our companion Kelgar mentioned West Harbor to me. I heard what happened there. To your friends, the other villagers. The attack by those creatures that forced you to leave. Still, to leave your home. I sometimes forget the attachments one can put to a place. With my kind, especially those that listen to nature, there is no one place that we call home. Everywhere we go throughout the land is comforting, with its own sounds and life. Perhaps, perhaps not. The mare drew me more than any other place, so I did not travel much beyond its edges. We deal with few outside of our own circle. I have not seen my own kind in many years, and I spoke with the circle only rarely. But surely we were not here to discuss how I feel about things. Was there something you needed?
You're risking your entire ship by going out there, Captain. Ignore me if you will, but at least listen to your own men.
We're leaving port right now. Nothing's stopping this shipment to Neverwinter, especially not a pack of lizard folk. What are you lot just standing there for? Bring up the sails! Man the oars!
The fool is risking a ship worth 10 times the cargo he's carrying. And for what? For the sake of a few extra gold for an early delivery. Aye, but he's trying to set sail when we've got lizard folk going out of their way to sink every boat coming out of this village. The good captain is a fool to think he can sail out without drawing the attention of the lizards.
Harbor Master! Out there! Looks like the lizard folk have themselves another victim!
And I think we've all learned a lesson here. If I say it's too dangerous to sail, it's too dangerous to sail. All right, lads, see what we can do to help those sailors. Let's just hope the lizard folk let them swim ashore. Sorry, but I've got my hands full here. Some of the other sailors should be able to fill you in.
It's a long day. I could use a drink.
What is it you want, lass? Well, there's a great deal to tell, especially if we're going with clan history and our accomplishments. But chances are, and I don't blame you, you're just asking about me, personally. So let me give you the short version. I've been traveling the Sword Coast for a year or two, making my trade at villages and towns, and, well, making my trade at taverns as well, but you already had a taste of that at the Weeping Willow. All right, go on and ask them. Well, there's a great deal to tell, especially if we're going with clan history and our accomplishments. But chances are, and I don't blame, and, well, making my trade at taverns as well, but you already had they were in the mood to threaten, but not fully in the mood to start a fight. I think they were expecting me to drop the coin and leave quickly, which just goes to show you they don't know me too well. It's a shame they didn't keep it a friendly fight. Some people have no stomach for using their fists when they have a weapon at hand. Eager to fight? Well, I suppose I am, if you can call it that. I mean, it's all in good fun. Some take pride in craftsmanship, or in hunting, or in haggling for the best price on a blade or other piece of steel. Me, talking with my fists is my art form. Every tavern's an opportunity, I say. There's usually someone who could take a few punches to the gut and groin before they start weeping like a child. Well, I don't know. I enjoyed, I guess. It's a mark of pride to be able to stand tall and take every punch, then give it right back until I'm the only one standing. Most of the time. Only beaten really bad once. But I learned from it, and I'm determined not to let it happen again. Thing is, I'm glad it happened. It was my destiny. Well, you see, I used to win. Almost undefeated. But there was this time in a tavern far from here that I chose a fight that ended up choosing me. It was fate, I tell you. Well, it wasn't much of a fight. You see, there were these skinny-robed humans, barely twigs, that were sitting at the bar when one of our competitions broke out.
There were chairs getting smashed, people screaming, tankards being used as clubs. Ah, glorious. Well, everyone was having a good time when I noticed those skinny humans were just sitting there, not even having the decency to pay attention, just nursing Waters. Waters! So I asked them, well, shouted really, what in the hell they thought they were doing, ignoring the fine entertainment and then insulting the establishment by not having ale? And maybe I shoved one of them a bit, or tried to break a chair over their skulls, since they were making a point of pretending they didn't hear me. Rude, I tell you. Ah, well, they used me as a bar rag first, and not a single punch I threw even hit them. Oh, they were moving too fast, and plus, I think I was seeing double or triple. After they smashed my face into the bar a few times, they showed me the floor up close. The floor was pretty dirty by that point, by the way. Then, as the final blow, they sent me flying like a drunk hippogriff out the window. Magical it was. So, after I woke up and wiped the blood out of my eyes, and finally found all my teeth, I went back in and thanked them. Best beating I've ever received. They seemed a little taken aback by my friendliness, and it turns out they were part of some order, son something or other, and get this, they devoted their lives to fighting with their fists. Can you imagine? Lifetime devotion to brawling. It's their lives, their craft. They're monks, eh? Crazy water-drinking fools. Hope drinking water isn't what makes them fight like that. Anyway, that life sounded like destiny to me. I mean, those skinny excuses for humans were good, and then they spent their whole lives kicking the hell out of others, training for it. That's when I knew that's what I wanted to do with my life. My purpose was clear. Huh? Of course it is. Well, as far as I could tell once my head stopped ringing. You mean like headbutting someone? I already know how to do that, though sometimes I need to grab them by the beard or collar and yank their head down so I could hit it properly. Oh, is that so? Well, I must have missed that part while they were wiping down the tavern with my face and throwing me through a window. Shows how much you know about it. You didn't see them in action. All right, go on and ask them. Well, I hear there's an order of them tall-robed skinnies who have opened their doors to anyone who wants to learn how to smash skulls. And I plan on taking them up on their generous offer. It won't be the same as a tavern brawl to be fighting inside a different type of building. But I figure I can make the change as long as there are things to break and windows to throw people out of.
What's going on? Me? Well, I don't know. I'm me, I guess. No one usually asks, so finding the words is a little hard. Trust me. People usually make up the whole story once they spot the demon blood, if they ask at all. This is so exciting. Wow, where to begin? Okay, well, I have no idea who my mom or dad was. I was abandoned, but raised by priests who tried to convert me, so I went away for a long time. Yeah, priests of Helm. The Watcher. The Vigilant One. Kind to children. Were they a hard-headed bunch? Really up on the discipline, not so much on the caring and forgiveness. But they're priests of Helm, so what are you gonna do? Yeah, I mean, we all get into trouble sometimes, or a lot. And I guess they ran out of I forgive yous at some point. Anyway, so after helping myself to their collection plate after a particularly moving sermon, I decided to see what else I could help myself to. But you know, those tales could fill a book, and I don't want to chew your ear off. Maybe some other time. Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns. It's not demonic, but it does have a certain plainer tone to it. It's hard to explain. It's an odd dialect. But those Githyanki chasing you definitely aren't from this stretch of the woods. Maybe we could catch one and ask them. Well, the Githyanki are probably one of the worst groups of zealots you could ever have chasing you. The lower planes excluded. Githyanki are smart, even for religious halfwits. So I hope they haven't targeted you for some holy crusade, because then you'd be deep in the sticks, let me tell you. The thing is, they usually aren't this persistent. They have a set goal, they hit it, and then they're out of there. Plus, they don't usually stay on one plane for too long. The astral plane is their home. Your coin's as good as mine. Could be anything, but whatever it is, it must be pretty important to them. Questions. Go ahead. I'm all horns. Yeah? Which one of the marks you wanted to know about? Not the barrel-head dwarf, is it? Well, he needs to watch his tongue, or it's gonna run right out of his mouth and get stepped on. I mean, you did me a good turn. All I want to do is help out, and he's yelling at me like some old mule. I know he's short, and it's rough being in the big people's world. But he needs to stop being all defensive, especially for someone so small. Story of my life. You'd be surprised how much you hear that when you're about to be burned at the stake or run out of the local hamlet. He's too quick to start fights, that's his problem. He keeps it up, he's not going to have anyone watching his back. Or more likely, looking over it. Questions. Go ahead, I'm all horns. Yeah? Which one of the marks you wanted to know about? The tree worshipper? What about her? If you're asking if she has any money or valuables, then no. I already checked. I don't know. She's got pointy ears, but doesn't smell of the lower planes. So she's probably not a tiefling. And she's too tall to be a halfling, and too thin. Plus, she hangs out with animals. So she's an elf. What do you expect me to say? She's one of those nature priests. Worship trees and the land, don't like cities, so don't have much traffic with her kind. Questions. Go ahead, I'm all horns.
Is there something you need? Some of the lizard men of the mare are trained in listening to the land, but some merely prey on others, and their ears are filled only by the running of prey in the swamp, rather than the swamp itself. Many of those who listen are now gone. Entire tribes who have vanished. Their absence is causing an imbalance that is swinging more and more out of control as the remaining tribes fight for dominance, or flee the mare. Yes, many lizardman tribes are being driven from the mare into the lands of men, and the war is spreading, weakening the lands surrounding the mare. What did you wish to know? I have little use for titles or names. Such things speak of the ways of cities and walls. But if you are in need of such, then you may call me Eleni, once of the mare where dead men rest, now no more. The dead walk again in the marsh, and strange creatures prowl the edges of the mare. There were only a few signs at first. Then they grew. Animals began to vanish and die, to be lost in the depths of the mare. The lizard men fled from their homes across the swamps, driving ever deeper into the territory of men. And more terribly, the land itself has started to fall silent, and to bleed.
Take that!
Yes.
I say yes.
I am listening.
I say yes.
Everyone, follow me!
I say yes. I simply can't carry all of this. I simply can't carry all of this.
Yeah?
Yes? What do you want?
Yes.
I say yes.
Yeah?
How can I help?
Everyone, follow me!
You'll follow me, won't you?